Hey, everybody. Happy Thursday. Welcome back to the DeTalented Podcast. Super excited to be here, as always, with my brother, my cohort, my man, and also producer Rick. You guys say hi. Rick, you'll have to yell loud.
What's up?
Hey. I knew I wasn't going to get much out of you, you know?
Yeah.
Such a way it is.
Yeah.
Man, how's it going? Good week?
Good week.
Man, I had a good week too. Last week was a really fun episode, man.
It was.
And really did well, got some traction, especially for local people. And that's cool, man. But if you guys are out there and you're watching and you want to help us out, one thing that you could do to help us, really a couple things, is go ahead and subscribe to the channel, like the video, comment on the video. Let us know what you want to see. Let us know what you like. As always, we're just excited to get to speak to you and spend a little bit of time with you every single week. So, man, it's been a tough week for Gen X, man.
It really has.
Dude, I don't know if I remember anyone that actually, I mean, I know, they say that deaths come in 3, but man, this was like a big 3.
It was.
And was it 3 days in a row, or was it like 2 days in a row and then skip a day and then a day?
It might have been spaced out a little more than that.
It wasn't, but it was
not
certainly
by much.
Yeah, it was absolutely all within that that 7 day. It was a week. And first of all, man, I don't know about the rest of the people out there, but being me being about 50 years old here, dude, the Cosby Show was such a huge part of growing up. It was, that was obviously before all the drama and all that craziness come out. But man, I mean, I remember like my family sitting around watching the Cosby Show, like, right. I mean, it would come on and we were excited about it. And dude, I loved Mr. Theo Huxtable, Malcolm-Jamal Warner. Probably my favorite character on there. I even got a favorite episode, man. Do you remember watching a lot of that?
Yeah, I do. I don't know if it was my favorite episode, but the one that sticks out to me is when he had to get that, he was wanting that designer shirt. Do you remember that?
Oh, I do.
And he couldn't afford the designer shirt, but one of his sisters made one for him, and it was really jacked up.
Look, there he is, Malcolm-Jamal Warner. The lessons of Theo Huxtable. He did. You know what my favorite episode was?
What?
When he pierced his ear.
I remember that.
And he was
too.
trying to hide it from his dad, from Cliff.
I remember.
And they kept they did the whole bit where they were on the bed, and he kept following him wherever he would go.
Yeah, man.
It's super crazy. I think he was about 53 or 54.
54. And man, he was a really good musician.
Was he
really good? Bass player.
I know he had a like an album or something out.
Yeah, we knew some of the same people. And
hold on, I gotta know. We can't go any further. I need to know who the same people were. Just a bomb out of nowhere.
Kevin Bacon. Yeah, pretty much. I can track myself back to Kevin Bacon.
Was it really?
But it was, man, I say some of the same people, one person in particular. And what's funny is I can't even remember his name now, but we were back when in my stint of filmmaking. That sounds a lot cooler than it was. Not me filmmaking.
You were acting.
I was acting, and I was also putting songs in some movie soundtracks. I'd worked with a guy in Nashville, and him and Theo or Malcolm-Jamal Warner were pretty tight. So let me roll all that back to say I kind of knew that guy who was really good friends with him. It sounded much better to say, we knew some of the same people.
Well, the crazy thing is about the Cosby Show to me, I was kind of thinking about this earlier, was, man, after that show, none of them really went on to do much as far as, being as famous or successful as they were during that show, right? I mean, the sad part is, I was who went on to do the most after that? And I think it was the most awful one was that Raven Simone girl, the little bitty girl that came on late. But I know Theo did a lot in other areas.
Yeah.
I'm talking, so when I say that, I solely mean like TV acting in movies or
for
TV shows.
Me, the person who probably did the coolest thing was Lisa Bonet married Lenny Kravitz.
She did that during the show. Did
she do that during the show?
That was pretty early on. That's when she first kind of started getting famous.
I mean, they were married for a while.
Yeah, they were.
And then they had a few kids, right?
Yeah. And then
one of their children went on to act, right?
Which one was it?
Man, I don't know.
I don't know either, man.
But she was in the Hunger Games. And then Lisa Bonet went on to marry Jason Momoa.
Their kid was in the Hunger Games?
Yeah, I think so. Fact check me, producer Rick.
It had to be the little girl that got killed in the first
Hunger
one.
Games, Kravitz. Zoe Kravitz, that's her name. It just popped up. It just popped in my head.
Zoe Kravitz.
Yeah. That's it. Yeah. Am I right? There Zoe Kravitz, was she in the Hunger Games?
Who's she playing the Hunger Games?
Or maybe it was Divergent. I get those things mixed up, man. Was she in the Hunger Games?
Movies and shows. Go to that. Click that little arrow over there by movies and shows. You see
I bet she wasn't, because I think that would be in probably
there you go.
Pretty high up
IMDb.
there. Yeah, look at that.
She's apparently in Batman. Something. The Batman, Blink Twice, X-Men.
I don't know. It seems like I've been fabricating things here lately.
I've rubbed off on you.
Hey, I did, man. You did. Maybe I was thinking of Divergent.
I don't see Divergent on there either.
Yeah, no, she was in Divergent.
Hit see all down there. Gemini, Fantastic Beast.
Insurgent? Divergent, right there.
Divergent. Those, you know what? Those are the same series.
Okay. So then maybe that's what I was mixing up.
Yeah, because I was going to say, I don't remember.
Sorry, I've got those.
The Hunger Games.
But, Zoe Kravitz and I have something in common
they got
as well.
divorced because I think things started getting weird. I think Lenny Kravitz got weird.
What do you mean
on Lisa Bonet? It was probably weird from the beginning.
I was going to say, yeah.
But I heard that he was like burning her and stuff.
Burning her?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Like candle wax. I remember I know.
That's disturbing.
There goes the G rating for today.
Yeah, there you go.
Not really. We're not talking about much. But regardless, man, big part of my childhood growing up was Theo, man. Like I remember watching him every single week, man. That was something. But back in the day, we watched TV shows, and we did it on the TV on like network or cable TV, and we only got to watch one episode per week.
That was it.
Which is my biggest complaint right now with Dexter, dude. I hate that I have to wait a week in between episodes.
So I did watch that 4th episode.
Dude, we can't give super spoilers, but what'd you think?
Oh, I really liked it. That, like you said, the dinner party. Dude, that was pretty.
Was it not? What about the cellar, the closet, or the whatever it was?
With his little collection, his collection of things,
dude. And then when he got to the one thing that we're not going to say because we don't be a spoiler, but when he got to those one things, you know what I'm talking about? Yeah. So that was pretty cool. What are you looking up, man?
It bugged me. That guy's name, his first name was Sean. The guy who we know, he was good friends with Malcolm-Jamal Warner.
The guy that you were mutual friends.
We're best friends.
Some of the same people you knew.
No, because I remember finding I've got a Facebook message from one of the directors and myself and this guy named Sean, who's not a Facebook user anymore. Sean's all I got. But anyway, he was a really good bass player.
Hey,
and he knew Malcolm-Jamal Warner.
Jimmy and Theo both knew Sean.
You see the connection here?
I see it, dude. It's awesome.
I'll connect myself to anybody.
Hey, Brian. You will. I know, dude. I know. You don't have to tell me any, man.
Did I tell you I went bowling with Keith Urban once?
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Matter of fact,
I'm going to try to slip that in every.
I think we pulled up the footage on an episode of you doing that. Yeah. Yeah. With Brian Mullins, maybe we were talking to Brian and you did that.
Yeah.
I mean, we talked about that and then we pulled it up. I'm not sure, but so we move on from Theo and in the next one, the very next day, really, really going to hurt us a little bit. Mr. Osbourne.
Yeah.
Now I thought about this a little bit. The whole Prince of Darkness thing, I know people have their thoughts and their emotions about that, but musically, man, Ozzy Osbourne was just a giant. You know? Oh yeah, dude. You know what was great? Have you watched the Netflix movie about Motley Crue?
The Dirt?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, Ozzy was in it. Did you remember seeing those scenes where
snorted ants?
Yeah. They were at like the pool and all that stuff. But man, Ozzy's even got kind of a more special connection to me. And here's I'm gonna give you one name, and you're gonna immediately know what I mean. Chris Myers.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah. What did he did?
Dude, he was
is that what introduced you to Ozzy? He was.
Oh, absolutely, dude. I remember being a little kid and like, he's our oldest. He's my oldest cousin, or not the oldest, but he's the oldest boy, I think. So he's quite a bit older than us, man. And I remember he was a teenager and we would go to their house and we would go downstairs and eat Ozzy Kiss, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I'll never forget seeing, I think it was it, what's the album? Which is the one where he's got the cross and he's crawling? Was that Bark at the Moon?
Bark at the Moon.
Yeah.
Or Blizzard of Oz. I don't know.
I think it was Bark at the Moon.
Bark at the Moon.
Look, can you pull up the Bark at the Moon album cover?
Man, you're putting Rick to work.
Producer Rick is having to work tonight.
Rick. Bark at the Moon. And if it's not that one,
no.
Try Blizzard of Oz.
Blizzard of Oz.
I think it's Blizzard of Oz. I think this is the one you're talking about. Yeah. It's Blizzard of Oz.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
So that's my first image that I ever seen of Ozzy Osbourne right there. And literally the first story that I ever heard about Ozzy was that he bit the head off the bats.
Yeah.
So it was several years later, man, that I think I finally started, heard his music and not, connect it to just that, right? And realized how good he was, man, how talented of a guy that he was.
Ozzy and Black Sabbath. I mean, if there were no Ozzy or Black Sabbath, I don't know what modern like heavy metal, hard rock would look like.
Especially when, because, but then there was a time when, do you remember when rock and roll, like any kind of edgy rock and roll, like Phil Donahue would come out against it.
Oh, it was the whole satanic panic.
Satanic thing. Yeah, the satanic panic. That's right. They were listening to everything backwards and doing all
I
their
can
stuff.
remember as a youth group going to some church where they were having like a seminar about all of the bands that were backmasking their music and what they would put in the messages behind the songs. And that was a whole laundry list. Ozzy was in there, Led Zeppelin was in there. It was, we were taught that was.
And then they would. You remember playing the samples and always be like,
yeah, and you could almost pick out like audible words.
Yeah, but you were reaching to do it.
Yeah,
there was. I'm not saying there wasn't any backmasking. I believe that probably, but I don't think there was. I don't think they did it until people started talking about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They were like, "Oh, that sounds cool. Let's do it."
The Beatles. That was another one.
Yeah.
That people said that had backmasking.
Backmasking. Yeah. The Beatles. They were real heavy metal.
Yeah.
Well. What was your favorite Ozzy work?
Man, it's probably cliched, but I don't know. Probably "Mama, I'm Coming Home." That was like just song, like structural wise, and just a really good song. Yeah. That wasn't even really heavy metal. That was just a good ballad. But then look what he did. Do you remember "Changes" by Black Sabbath?
Yeah.
You go from War Pigs to "Changes."
Yeah.
That was very
talented,
diverse.
Man. They're very diverse.
Yeah. What was your favorite Ozzy song?
Man. Probably "Crazy Train," another cliche one, man, but it's just so good, and it was just like when you heard that, and it was just one of them hype. That was one of them hype,
and there's a reason why those songs are so big.
Yeah, that's right. Good. They're there's a reason that those are the ones that went made. But there's so much good music that. Here's the thing about Ozzy, even the people that are like, claim fandom, a lot of them probably have not heard even a small percentage of everything that he's done. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
And when I start thinking about what he's done, when I think about Ozzy, I automatically think about Zakk Wylde, right? And Black Label and all the people that he's played with. Robert Trujillo. Man, I loved Robert Trujillo when he was with Suicidal Tendencies. I was like, oh man, this dude's bad.
Ricky can attest to that. You're probably a Suicidal Tendencies fan.
Producer Rick was a Suicidal Tendencies fan. Yeah. He was a skater.
You had to be. That was like, prerequisite.
He was a skateboarder. You had to be a fan. Yeah. But I remember that, he was so good. And then I remember hearing, he's going to play, and then he just kind of start standing like as a stand-in or something. And it was like, this is going to stick.
Maybe.
And he became Ozzy's
Yeah.
full-time basis, right?
Well, and then he moved to Metallica.
Metallica, yeah.
And he's been
still
with
with
Metallica for a long time.
Yeah.
He's the new guy, but he's been in the band probably 20 plus years.
Dude, that's just a band that's been around. I seen they're doing these stupid reels on Facebook now where they're going through and doing like age progression of people.
Yeah,
and I seen
those.
one. I seen one of Hatfield the other day.
Yeah.
Where he was. It started off and he was like, I don't know, young 20s. He looked so young, and then now he looks like you, bro.
He probably looks younger than me. Actually, he does look younger than I do.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, look at him.
Same age. He's
older than us. He's in his 60s.
Yeah, he's way older than us. Yeah,
He's
I think all of them guys are older than us.
Yeah, they are
in those bands. There were some that were younger, but man, yeah. I mean, it don't surprise me. I was listening to Metallica in high school, man.
It's Hetfield. It's with an E.
Yeah, it's Hetfield. Yeah. Sorry,
so he's got to be 62, 63, something like that, I bet. Yeah, look, I'm sure he looks younger than me there.
Yeah. He co-founded Metallica in 81, so I was going to say,
man, it was early 80s, man, when they started.
But they didn't really hit till what?
I'd say mid 80s, probably 85, 86.
Man, see, I don't remember until like early 90s.
Or was it earlier than that?
Earlier than that. I went and saw Injustice for All in like 85.
Okay,
Wow.
so see, that was Injustice for All had one. That's what got like the big music video for one.
But I remember being a fan of that song like freshman year. So that's why. I guess it
took a while probably for the video to come out. But
yeah.
before that, they had like Ride the Lightning, Master of Puppets. I mean, they were big. They just started, and then they were already big. But then what like catapulted them to the next level was the Black Album.
Yeah.
When they came out with Sad But True,
Sandman.
Inner Sandman.
Yeah.
I mean, The Unforgiven.
Yeah.
Was The Unforgiven on the Black Album? I can't remember. But I know Inner Sandman was, and I know that Sad But True was. That was a huge album.
Master of Puppets, I remember being really big, and I remember the Black Album being really big.
And then they took a resurgence because of Stranger Things. Remember the dude Eddie was playing. He was playing. Was it right? Was it? No, it was Master of Puppets, wasn't it? Yeah, that was like that became. He was playing a BC Rich Warlock in the Upside Down world.
And yeah. You bring up that show. What a frustrating show. What a frustrating show to me.
How so?
Because how long are we waiting for the last season? Are they just going to scrap it? What are they going to do?
Man, I really don't know.
Like, really, it's been like 5 years. How long has it been? Three to five, something like that?
I know.
I seen a picture of Millie Bobby Brown a while ago. She's going to get Social Security, man. She's like, she was like 16, dude. She's going to be 45 by the time the new stuff comes out.
Yeah, and I guess that comes with this whole set of problems where they were kids in the beginning, and how do you have to adjust the storylines for them being adults now?
Like you had to skip all of them years.
Yeah.
There was so much opportunity there, and they just squandered it away. Yeah. I don't know why they do that. But I'm still looking forward to the final season coming out. I was looking the other day. Finally, I was like, man, when is the new Landman and Tulsa King coming out? Dude, they're not till November, and one's October and one's
they're
November.
Probably shooting right now.
Yeah.
And
then the new Silo don't even come out till January. See, what's about that is I found out I watched the first two seasons, and I found out I watched those like a week after season 2 had dropped. And so I binged them, and then I literally have the whole year.
Then you have to wait.
I have to wait the whole year.
That's the bad part about binging.
It is, man.
You don't have to be patient, but then you got to be patient.
I know. But, I can handle it. What really shocked me was I can't believe that Tulsa Kings is the one that comes out later than Landman. And those are I honestly think those are my two favorite shows. Hey, I watched half of the first episode of The Waterfront. And it's really good. That's what you told me to watch, right? But Laura fell asleep and she wants to watch it, so I had to stop it until whatever. But I'm into it so far.
Oh, it gets better.
I was here's what I did though. I was mistaken at first. Like for the first 10 minutes of the episode, I thought the main guy, I thought he was the dude from Mighty Ducks. He looks like him a lot.
Emilio Estevez?
No, man.
I don't know. That's the only name I know on the
like
Mighty
the main
Ducks.
kid, like Josh Jones or Josh whatever. But dude, they really look alike. Me and Laura both thought it was him for a minute. And then, but anyway, we it's a good premise so far.
Yeah.
From what I've seen, it's going to be good. And I'm
Yeah.
going to if she don't want to watch it,
I think
I'm
it's
gonna watch
you
it.
need to finish it. It's really good.
Well,
It's kind of like Ozark,
yeah.
and
Is it only one season, or is there just only one season out?
there's only one season out.
But they're supposed to come back.
I think they got renewed for a second season. Who knows though nowadays?
Well, as part of our in memoriam service here, our little tribute.
Yeah, we weren't done.
We're not, but that's okay. I figured it would kind of branch off because all those people are so connected. But now I want to bring up number 3, and for me, this is the biggest.
This one hurt the most.
This one hurt the most. When I heard the Hulkster had died, dude, I was shocked. I did not know that he was in any kind of bad shape. I guess they said he had a neck surgery not too long ago.
He's had like 25 surgeries.
Yeah,
so.
but I wonder what was this one that look at that, man. That is so iconic. Is that on the screen? Put that on the screen, man. Can you put the Hulkster? Yeah, look at him, dude. Dude, that is, I went to a couple live wrestling events, but I never got to see him live.
Wait a second.
Was
Are
he
you
not?
sure?
I don't think he was.
Dude,
I remember when me and you went to WCW, but he was in WWE.
Man, he was in that whole NWO thing, man.
Was he in Terre Haute?
I don't know if he was in Terre Haute, but he was here. I know we went to Roberts Stadium when the NWO was here.
And we seen Hulk.
Yes, I know for sure.
Dude, I used to watch that cartoon right there. Bro, I used to watch that on Saturday mornings. I'd pour a whole box of Captain Fruit Loops.
I agree with you, man. This one hurt me the most too.
Dude, it was like, he was, dude, if you're anywhere near our generation, but the one before or the one after it, you know who Hulk Hogan is.
Oh, for sure, man.
And man, dude, he was just always all about America, always all about taking his vitamins,
saying your prayers, eating your vitamins.
Your vitamins. I honestly, the one thing I hated is when they had him go heel. I was like, man, out of all the people, I get it. Like almost every wrestler goes heel at some point in their career. Yeah. But he was like this American, legend. You did?
Yeah.
It figures. I'm mad at you for it. You're such a weirdo.
No, he needed to do that, man.
Why?
Because he ran the gamut of what he had. Like he exhausted that. That totally revitalized him and his career and gave him a second career. He was already huge, right? He had already ran through, he had done everything he could. And then him coming out as a heel for the next few years, what happened was WCW, Nitro, and
Closed
WWE, Raw, they were having those Monday Night Wars. And WWE was always the big dog and always beat everybody in the ratings. It wasn't even close. And then there for a while, WCW came in and just started.
Well, man, I remember that's when we were really into it. When WCW was really big. When Eric Bischoff had taken over WCW and Sting had come in. And I remember what sold me on the WCW was when Sting and Ric Flair had their first kind of rivalry. Remember that? I remember we watched that one match. We recorded it and it went on for like an hour, and it was like one of the longest wrestling matches ever. And Sting had done like the Stinger splash several times, and this is when Sting was blonde, spiked hair, and
before the Crow,
bright
era.
makeup. Yeah, I hated that.
Oh, I loved it.
I know.
Well, here's the thing: he had to do something to revitalize his career.
I know, but
him coming down from the rafters in that trench coat and that baseball bat.
Oh, speaking of that, you just reminded me of Owen Hart. I've seen some pretty cool pictures. Oh, that's iconic right there, dude. I've seen some pretty cool pictures of probably AI of all the wrestlers who have died and Hulk going kind of meeting them at the gates. It was like Andre the Giant, Roddy Piper.
Wait a second. Did you say probably AI?
I'm sure it was AI.
Yeah. That sounds like, unless they had some cameras somewhere.
No, or unless some, back in the day, there actually used to be people who would make that kind of stuff in Photoshop and things like that.
Man, I don't.
But it wasn't. It was definitely AI. Look at that, dude. Look at that. Dude, that's back in the. Do you remember when he body slammed him, man?
Yeah, he said in an interview, he basically tore both of his biceps.
Yeah,
tore
he said
his
he was
lats.
never the same.
Yeah.
He said he would just.
And somebody said, was it worth it? He was like, oh, yeah, that established my career after that.
Well, man, and not only that, Andre had to help. Andre had to help.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Yeah.
He was like, he put his arm over my back and then he posted up on my quad with his hand.
Yep.
He goes, and that was fine. But then at some point I had to turn him over.
Yeah.
And he said, that's when everything in my body ripped.
He's so big. The Hulk was big, man.
Yeah, Hulk was
Dude,
big.
Hogan was like 6. What
I think he was like 6'5", 340 or something at one point.
Let's look up some vitals. He's a big dude, man.
Yeah.
Because I know Sylvester Stallone's not big, but dude, he made him look so little in
I think there was some
6'7".
I think there was some camera trickery too there though to make him look even bigger.
He's 6'7", and I think Sly's like 5'6".
No, I don't know if he's 6'7". I know that's his billable height.
Oh, I think he
was
better.
Like dude, maybe you're right. Maybe it's 6'7".
I think I always remember them billing him at 6'7". But you're right though. That means he probably is about 6'5".
I don't know, man. Did you see that picture of him and Mike Mitchell?
Mike was like looking like he was on his waist or something. I mean, how big did he look to Mike?
Oh, huge. Here, I'll show it to you.
And it was like a big. He was really, I mean, tall wise.
Yeah,
you could tell. How tall is Mike?
Mike's about my height.
So 5'3".
5'2". 5'1" and a half. No, I think Mike's about 5'8", 5'9".
Okay.
I guess he can correct me if I'm wrong. But look, that's Mike Mitchell and Hulk Hogan.
Dude,
yeah,
that would have been a great guy to meet, man. Because he's that's the one thing about him. He was always about and if you hear about him about fans and stuff like that. But I know
Mike said he was super cool.
Yeah, I know there's some other. Have you ever heard about all the beef with him and like I guess Scott Steiner?
No,
dude. I guess there was major beef between him and Scott Steiner. Like they couldn't be around each other.
Really?
I guess, and it wasn't only Hulk. I guess it was Hulk's wife, really, that it kind of started with. But I guess it boiled down to Hulk Hogan had so much sway and so much influence in what went on in wrestling that if you crossed him, it was not a good idea. Mm-hmm. Like you didn't smart off to him or you didn't do anything.
Well, he was the moneymaker.
Yeah, man, he was the one calling the shot.
Yeah.
Like they would pretty much say this, and if Hulk didn't like it, he was, "Hey, I'm not. If you do
he
that,
made them all the money.
I won't be on the show or whatever."
Yeah.
So I guess he did things and whatever. Him and Scott Steiner had beef, but it went on. Steiner's like, have you ever seen him in an interview?
Yeah,
he's bitter.
Yeah,
he's on bitters.
he doesn't seem like he'd be the friendliest guy.
No, but Rick Steiner seems like he'd be great.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You're like, hey.
He's not the brightest bulb in the building.
Scott
necessarily.
Steiner's like what? He looks like he's just like one of those. I took this and I'm gonna kill you. You know what I mean? No matter. He's just always
dude.
mad. Why are you always so mad, Steiner?
Because he was full of steroids.
Well, that's true. No telling what all he took. Because the truth is he was always big. But do you remember when him and Rick first come out in WCW and they had on they were like collegiate wrestlers.
Yeah,
they wore like
that was their
headgear,
background.
I
mean, they were
legit. And then he become Big Papa Pump and he kind of turned on his brother and all that stuff. But man, wrestling is rich. There's a lot of good stories in wrestling, man. Have you seen that movie Fighting with Family?
No.
It's great. You need to watch that. That's one good one. But the other one that I haven't even watched yet that I want to watch that I've heard is so good. But the thing about it is I grew up watching these guys and loved them. Is the movie about the
Von Erichs.
Have you watched it?
No, I haven't.
I heard it's an ugly crier.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, that family was kind of riddled with tragedy.
They all died.
Yeah.
And there's one now, alive. And so it was,
And who was in that movie? One of the young kids. One of the teenage heartthrobs. What was that guy's name? Man, the older I get, the more I forget things.
Zac Efron?
Yeah. Yeah.
Dude.
I'm not familiar with his other work like you are, I'm sure. But
I know he played Ted Bundy.
Did he?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. He did. Did you watch that?
Yeah. About a Ted Bundy.
Oh, of course you did.
Movie? Of course I did.
Right.
It was the one that was called whatever the judge said, though. I never can say the name of the movie. It's like mean, nasty, freaking horrible, whatever it is. But it's literally what the judge. The name of the movie is what the judge said to him at sentencing.
So you know that Charlie Hunnam is going to play Ed Gein.
I did.
That'll be
Dude,
good.
that should be good.
Yeah.
Did you know Charlie Hunnam has done like honeys? Is what
You
I
said,
heard.
man, you said that.
Let's reference that so I'm not wrong on that.
Okay.
Can you look that up? Is Charlie Hunnam got sugar in his tank? That's
So
what I put. That might seem defensive. I didn't mean it that way. It was just a joke. Let's see what he says.
Oh, really?
Yeah, dude, Jax.
Yeah, Jax Teller. Oh, that's how it's going to be there.
What was it?
He's just, oh. I'm not.
Oh, he actually Googled what I said. Producer Rick. I would say look at his, is his wiki up? Because that's what, I bet his wiki. Oh, yeah, there we go. Spouse, divorced, partner is a woman, it looks like. I wonder, man, somebody lied. That makes me mad. Because I just seen that the other day where they talked about, scroll down and see if there's any new, like if it says 2020.
There's his personal life. He's been in a relationship with artist Morgana McNellis. And he's been in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
Dude, I'm glad. I'm glad I was wrong about that.
Yeah. Well, so
dude, that makes me happy.
Did you see The Wrestler? That's another good movie.
That's the one with
that's really good.
The wild old dude,
Mickey Rourke.
Dude, he's unhinged.
Yeah, he is. That was a really depressing movie, but it was really good. I mean, it was just this guy who, had fame however long, 20 years ago, and then he was wrestling like in basically, VFWs or in pole barns, and he was living in his van. It was really it was sad.
Was it Down by the River?
Down by the River.
I haven't seen that one.
He worked at a grocery store. He got fired, and he was, I think he was bleeding or something. And he was a butcher. He was in the, deli or something, and he was bleeding. He ended up firing
man.
Yeah. It's a really good movie.
I know what it is, but I haven't watched it.
Yeah, good show.
But the Finding with Family one, I really think or Fighting with Family, I think you'd like. It's a true story, and the girl still wrestles. Well, the whole family were like wrestlers, but then this one girl made it. And she went through like the whatever it's called, the WWE, was it Next or whatever, like whatever their training is. Like,
I don't know. I'm not familiar with all the modern
I'm
wrestling.
I'm not either, man. I mean, I just know what that movie said and what you read, but I think it's
called. So is this a documentary?
No, it's a movie based on that family's life. And they're really supportive of each other. Like the dad was a wrestler, the brother and the sister, and then whoever else I don't know in the family. But it's mainly about this. It's mainly about the girl and the brother, because the brother was going to try to make it, and the girl's the one that ended up making it. The sister as one of the divas.
And this is based on
she
a true
become
story?
one of the divas. One of the WWE divas. Yeah, it's based on a true story.
Wow,
and it's good. You know what my favorite wrestling scene is in a movie?
No, I don't.
The first Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire, when Randy Macho Man Savage and was Bonesaw. Remember that?
Yeah, I do. That's good.
Dude, because we've lost him too.
Yeah.
He's been gone a long time. And when you to me, more than even Andre, see, this shows the earliness of my wrestling fanhood. Was, to me, Hulk Hogan was more synonymous with Randy Macho Man Savage than he was with even Andre, because it was like that was the big thing, and then all of a sudden Andre went. See, the deal with Andre and Hulk having that I love that dude too. Yep. But the deal with Andre and Hulk having that fight was that Andre had turned into a heel, because he had always been a good guy. That was like had always been like fan loved, and then fans hated him. Oh, look, it's Ozzy and Captain Lou Albano together, together. Awesome.
That's kind of crazy, right?
That is, man.
That is crazy.
And for some reason, why do I associate Lou and Cyndi Lauper?
Because he was in the music video.
It was just a music video.
Yeah, well, look at that. People also ask, is Captain Lou Albano Cyndi Lauper's father? He was in the Girls Just Want to Have Fun. He was her dad in the Girls Just Want to Have Fun video. But then also she came, like they did some wrestling things. She was part of the WWF there, like for a couple, maybe the first WrestleMania even.
Probably. You know what? I'm thinking maybe she sang in that cartoon too. Did she sing? Was she in that cartoon?
She had a couple of, all her videos had him in it. as her father.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah.
then not just one, all of them. Okay.
Huh.
And then there's the Hulk with them.
They just had it says they had a notable and mutually beneficial relationship in the 1980s, stemming from their collaboration in Lauper's music video for Girls Just Want to Have Fun. In the video, Albano portrayed Lauper's father, and their on-screen chemistry led to a friendship and further collaborations in the world of professional wrestling. That's cool, man. I don't remember her in wrestling. I don't remember that.
Really?
I know. Did she fight?
No.
What'd you say? Oh, look at him with the Hulkster, dude.
Yeah, man.
You know, we had for those that have seen some of the previous episodes, you know that we had a friend of ours, a friend of the shows, the former Evansville police chief and the current Henderson police chief on Billy Bolin. And dude, the very second that I heard Hulk Hogan died, I knew it was going to rock Billy down to his boots, man. I knew that. And so I seen one long after he put his post up, and, you know, I Billy was any kid back in our day. You'd be hard pressed to find a kid that wasn't somewhat of a Hulk fan, or somewhat. But you know who my favorite wrestler was back then?
I mean,
I had two.
I thought it was always Sting.
No, this is before. This is back. I'm talking WWF days before Nitro. So WCW in those days, huh?
Junkyard Dog.
No, but I
JYD,
but I like JYD.
Yeah.
I do like Junkyard Dog. But I had two favorite wrestlers, and they were enemies, and they were both my favorite. It's funny. One was Jimmy Superfly Snuka.
Oh yeah,
loved him, and the other one was Rowdy Piper. Dude, Piper's Pit was the funniest.
Oh, he was that was the best.
Dude, I love Piper's Pit, and it was like a good portion of every show. Like Piper's Pit lasted like 5 minutes of a 30-minute program or whatever, and he would always have a guest, but he would always like have some kind of sneak attack on him. And I remember him sneaking Jimmy Superfly Snuka with a coconut or a pineapple.
Yes, I remember that.
Dude, that was awesome. Dude, that was so good. Look at Jimmy Snuka over there.
He was jacked.
You know what's crazy is look how weird he was built. He was built weird. Dude, the action figure of that guy looked just like that.
Yeah.
Remember that? Had that shiny fat belly or whatever, but
look at his forehead from all the times he cut
his
himself.
head. Yeah, man. They used to cut their head. Look how crazy his eyes are. Look how young he was then. That looked like he was young. Dude, he was bad.
Oh,
Wrestling was
he made it to 73. Huh.
Oh, is he gone now?
Yeah, he died.
Man. You know what? I think I knew that because, he died really young.
Yeah.
He died at like in his 50s, I bet, or 40s even. Because he had I think he had one of those deals where I think they call it like an aorta dissection or whatever. Like he was just standing there and then pretty much fell over dead.
Wow.
I think. But you know what, what I really remember about him that I love too?
What?
It was this crazy movie.
They Live?
They Live. Remember that, dude?
Yeah.
And they were like, do you remember that, Producer Rick? Yeah, they had like the aliens, like when the skin
he would put the sunglasses on and he could see them, right?
Yes.
That's
dude, what a crazy there it is.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, dude. Look at that. He was so young there, though. Look how young he looked there. Dude, Roddy Piper was awesome.
Yeah. I was a fan.
They Live. I'm going to have to look that up and watch it. I've done that lately. There's been some really good old movies that have popped up for some reason on my YouTube stuff. Oh, yeah. Look at that, dude. There's the picture of it. Yeah,
that's iconic.
Man. Yeah, that is iconic. So that's what he's seen when he put on the glasses, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. The other day, and I told you about it already, but I'll mention it because I said I'm going to hear, but two movies came up. One was Rad. So I've watched it like twice. It's free. It's a free movie on YouTube Premium if you haven't. Yeah. And then after that, I guess because I watched it, Gleaming the Cube came up.
We were just talking.
So
about
I watched
that.
it a couple times. I was like, oh man, these are rad movies from back in the day. But for me, I was, even though I would have considered myself I was a little fat kid. It didn't matter which one I liked. I wasn't good at either one, but I would have liked skateboarding more. But I liked the movie Rad better. I just thought that was such a good. I just love that the way they did it. Even when I watched it the other day, I was like, man, this was actually good. And you know, man, they had some pretty big names on there. They had some pretty big Bart
Connor.
Bart Connor was on there.
He was a U.S. Olympian.
He was a gymnast. And so was the other the two twins. Weren't they like?
I don't know. I know who you're talking about, but I don't know if they were in gymnastics.
They were either real BMX riders or they were gymnasts. One of the two. Can you look them guys up? It was the twins on the movie Rad. I can't remember their name.
And then, of course, Lori
Loughlin.
Yeah.
She in jail or something now?
Well, I don't. She got in a lot of trouble.
What'd she do?
I think she was just like paid for her kid to like
go to school.
It
was something.
I mean, more. It was deeper than that, obviously.
But it didn't seem.
It was some kind of bribery or something.
Yeah. It was something weird. So let's see. What are them twins' names? Oh, Chad and Carrie Hayes.
Rod
and Rex Reynolds. Can you click on their actual name? Let's see what it says about them. See if it, because I know they were some. Oh, look, they've been in other movies. Were they just actors? Am I wrong? What was it? Chad and
Corey Hayes.
Chad and Corey Hayes. The movie Rad. Chad Hayes plays a character Rex Reynolds. He's part of them. Chad Hayes is also credited as a co-producer for the movie Annabelle
and The Conjuring.
Wow, man.
Who did the backflip in the movie Rad? I wonder who really did the backflip.
Yeah. Yeah. You don't think it was Crew?
I'm pretty sure it was not Crew. I never saw Crew in another movie, as a matter of fact.
I didn't either, man.
Rick, have you seen Crew in another movie? Yeah.
I don't think Crew ever went. I don't think Crew worked his acting career very hard after that.
No, he retired.
The backflip was Jose Yanez.
And now, man, people are doing so much more than. Have you seen some of the X Games? How crazy!
Dude, I seen one the other day where some guy landed something that was I don't know. It was like impossible. It was like 2 backflips and 3 times he like.
Yeah, it's nuts.
Turned his. You know how they.
Yeah.
Turned it at the gooseneck or whatever.
Yeah.
Golly, can you imagine? Dude, they're up high enough to where if you just fell that high, you're dying.
That was bad news. But, like Travis Pastrana, he has that whole setup in his backyard where it's like a foam pit, like on steroids where, man, well, it's motocross bikes, it's BMX bikes.
Yeah, I've seen it. But eventually you got to try to do that on the dirt.
Well, I think they get it to a point where they're comfortable. But even that, though, they still have mats and things, I think, in those competitions.
I think they do if on some, but a lot of them guys land.
They don't have mats?
No, a lot of them, no, man, not in the, they're landing on the down ramp.
That's just downright insane.
It is. Because, man, I'm telling you, they're 50, 60 feet in the air. I mean, at least.
That's crazy. Man, Travis Pastrana, I saw a video. This is older. Have you seen him? Where like he's in a plane and like there's a bunch of skydivers and he's like, they say Red Bull gives you wings. He takes a big drink of Red Bull, throws it down and dives out of the plane without a parachute. And then ends up catching one of the other skydivers and they clip him in. Like he literally, a pair of shorts, he jumps out of a plane with nothing.
That's absolutely crazy. Can you imagine? I don't know what guys who do that kind of stuff. What do they have, or what don't they have? They either got something extra or they're missing something.
Dude, I wouldn't drop in off of a curb to the street right now.
Yeah, and he's probably our age or a little young. Is he our age?
He's a little bit younger than us.
Than us. Yeah. And didn't he like race cars and like he drifts.
He's just an adrenaline junkie.
He is an adrenaline junkie. I remember the one guy, and I think he might even have been from Owensboro. I could be wrong on that. But the one guy was really good, and he died a couple of years ago doing something. He was the motocross guy. I forget, man. But anyway, it was crazy because I think what happened was he when he landed, he had one of the helmets with a visor in it, and it like I think it stuck in like a knife in the dirt, and then his body flipped over, and it just popped I think pretty much popped his head almost off. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Dude, like I said, them guys are 50, 60 feet in the air. They're heights where if you just jump off a building at that height, you're going to be hurt really bad or die.
Well, what was that? Was it Danny Way who He landed some big jump, and it ended up he didn't land it. He ended up falling and knocked both of his shoes off.
He jumped from a helicopter.
Is that what it was?
Into his ramp.
A helicopter into the ramp, but he didn't land it, or he did land it.
He's landed a bunch of them.
Whatever the one I saw, it literally knocked both of his shoes off his feet.
It's crazy. Can you imagine getting hit?
No, I couldn't imagine that.
That would be awful.
That's the good thing about me. I will never be in danger of that happening.
Me either.
At all.
I don't know if I'll ever be on a bicycle again.
It went from I'm about to watch the most insane disaster. If it goes too early, you're jumping 15 feet to coping. If you jump just a little bit off, you're jumping 30 feet to the flat ground. I was like so sketched out. I couldn't even I was so off in the corner.
I like Rob.
Just,
yeah, I do too.
Each one just like,
look at that.
That's nuts, man.
Dude, there's no. That's a Pastrana right there.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my gosh, it was absolutely mind-blowing.
Dude.
Out
of a helicopter onto a ramp.
That's what I'm saying, man. Like back in our day, like Rad, that was a big thing. The dude doing the backflip.
Yeah. And riding down remember what was it called? The monster or whatever it was, the wall. Remember the wall?
Yeah.
And they made such a big deal out of in the race part.
It was the hell track.
The hell track.
Yeah.
So they've taught, but they really went in there and built that track, like hell track. Like I was looking at stuff when I watched it not too long ago. I looked up, I don't know, I Googled it, looked up facts about it for some reason. And that was one of the things is like wherever that town was that they went into, they like built that hell track, and it was like everybody in that town it was one of those movie shoots where everybody was involved. It was like a small town movie shoot, pretty much like League of Their Own. Everybody here.
Everybody here has a story.
Everybody and their brother wanted to be on the League of Their Own movie, man. Yeah. People were going to be extras. I know Laura went to be an extra. She tried to be. I'm pretty sure she got denied. No, you know what? She might not. No, she did get denied. But then one of her friends actually ended up being in the movie, like actually had a part with lines in it.
Really?
Yeah. A girl named, what's her name? Her last name was Simpkins. It was Robert L. Simpkins' daughter.
Was it O'Donnell?
What?
Was her last name O'Donnell?
No, it wasn't O'Donnell.
Wasn't Rosie O'Donnell?
She's Irish.
She was in the movie. What's that? She is.
She is. She moved to Ireland. She's not an American.
Oh, she left.
She's not an American citizen anymore.
She gone.
Well, I guess she's still an American citizen.
Was it Madonna?
Madonna was in it. That's who it was. No, it wasn't Madonna. It was somebody who had like a line or two. And I just can't. I know the girl. It's one of Laura's friends, but it was Robert L. Simpkins' daughter. Stacy was the older sister. That was Laura's friend. And the younger one, she's been in a bunch of stuff, really. Look up actress with the last name Simpkins in Evansville. She was an
actress?
Oh, yeah, dude. She's been in a lot of stuff. Man.
Okay.
Yeah. We've got some, Michael Michelle's from here.
Yeah.
She
was
awesome.
on ER, right?
Yep. And she's actually been in a lot of stuff. Yeah, there you go.
That's it.
Is
Kelly.
It Ryan? Kelly.
Kelly.
Yep.
Who's Ryan?
Known for roles in A League of Their Own, Chasing Amy, The Laramie Project. So she's been in some stuff, man. She's really nice.
Her biography and other reliable sources do not explicitly mention Evansville.
Well, I can tell you right now, her dad's Robert L. Simpkins.
And Associates?
Yep. So,
but she is a very long and very proud East Sider.
Yeah. She's definitely from Evansville. And like I said, the main thing I remember her in was A League of Their Own. And she had a real part.
Yeah.
It wasn't like, she wasn't an extra.
She had lines.
Yeah, she was, but she wasn't. Obviously, she wasn't Madonna or Rosie D. Rosie O.D. But she was in the movie and I think she had some lines and everything. But she's I don't know if she acts anymore. I think maybe now she's like a writer or producer.
But she's not still around here.
Oh, I don't think. No, I think she lives in New York.
Okay.
But I know Laura's still friends with her. I went. No, that was her sister, actually. Anyway, pretty cool, though.
That is.
I think it's cool that somebody from here was in A League of Their Own with an actual part.
Right.
Since they shot it here. But other than them, who else was from Evansville that was an actor?
Who?
You're gonna know this. It's a dude from
Ron Glass.
yes,
From Barney Miller.
from Barney Miller. Yeah,
I remember that.
Do you know Ron Glass is from Evansville? From Barney Miller. What was his name on Barney?
I don't know. It wasn't Fish. That was Abe Lagoda.
No, yeah, Fish was awesome. Fish was my favorite.
It was.
You know, man, I still
I don't remember his name. On
Do
that.
you do you watch any of those old shows? I know you watch like Three's Company and those and some of those older ones, but man, you know, I've watched some. I know you watch Sanford and Son too, right?
Yeah. Love Sanford and Son.
How about Welcome Back, Kotter?
Yep.
And but not you haven't watched any Barney Miller?
No, not in a long time.
It's good, man. I'll catch it on every once in a while.
I got on a Love Boat kick there for a while.
You know, man, I don't ever see that anywhere. Where do you watch that at?
Not Tubi. I don't know. It was a free app. I can't remember. That's what I watched Three's Company on. Man, I can't remember the name of it. But yeah, Love Boat was on there. I watched Love Boat there for a long time.
That was a good show.
It was.
You know, I remember watching Love Boat. That was like one of my mom's shows that
really?
she would watch.
There's Isaac.
baby.
I love Isaac.
I love Isaac. Yeah, man. Wasn't he like the bartender?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
Isaac and Gopher.
Gopher.
Yeah.
And I remember what was the girl's name?
Not Penny.
But she was the one
Captain
who,
Steubing's daughter. Or are you talking about Julie? Julie was the cruise director.
Yes, the
I
cruise
can't
director.
remember the daughter.
the activities director.
Yeah.
I remember the daughter. She was like a brat.
She was, but I can't remember her name.
You know what I used to watch religiously?
Little House on the Prairie.
Yeah.
Were you going to say that?
Yeah.
that's
How did you?
weird.
What made you say that? Weird. No, that is what I was going to say because you made me think because you know why? Because when you brought up Steubing's daughter, I thought about Nellie.
Yeah.
Because Nellie was a brat.
Yeah, Nellie and Willie. I liked her little brother Willie.
Dude, Willie was all, but then Willie ended up being like turning all cool.
Yeah.
And what he didn't end up being such a jerk. You know, my favorite episode of that one was when I don't know what they were doing. Somebody was messing with him, and so Albert, I think it was Lauren Albert turned Albert into like a werewolf, and he had like this.
Oh, I do remember.
Had like a styrofoam rock, and he had scaring people to death.
Yeah, I do.
And then I
Yeah, I
think
remember
Paul
that.
caught him and tore that tail
Man,
up.
you
Baby,
know what? Charles was always getting in a fight.
he always only if he had to,
Only if he had to, but he had to a lot.
and he never lost.
No, man.
And then the world heavyweight champion boxer came and Charles whooped him too. Remember that episode? Like they had like a carnival or something. They had like bare knuckle like this kind of boxing, right? And
Charles
Charles
him up,
won.
didn't he?
Of course,
man.
Charles never
Charles
lost
Ingalls.
nothing.
Yeah, man.
Dude, he worked at the mill. He worked at the store.
He was like, the epitome of a good man.
He was. And that was a deep show, man. With Mary going blind and Albert getting hooked on opium and like dude,
There's some serious issues back on the prairie. Back on the prairie,
hey,
man.
dude, it was the prairie. Everybody acts like the prairie. See, you don't know about that prairie. That prairie be getting rough around here, boy.
That's right.
They was doing all their stuff. They didn't care. But man, there's really no. How different is TV now? It's so different.
It is a lot different.
You think about that stuff we watch, then even with everything is so different. Like even wrestling and that kind of stuff on TV is so different. Mainly because TV's going away. That's I think the main reason.
Yeah, like network
like,
TV.
We're talking about all these shows we watch. None of them are on TV. They're all on a streaming service.
No, because you think about it. What we watched was on ABC, CBS, NBC, and then we started to get into cable and it was on TBS, WGN. Remember WGN?
I love that.
What'd you watch on WGN more than
Bozo
anything?
Show.
That's it. That's it right there.
Yeah, dude, talking about the grand prize game.
I dreamed about playing the grand prize game.
Because I would have
man.
won. I would have won. Ooh. And I would have snatched Cookie up by his little hair.
You didn't like Cookie?
No, I like Cookie. I liked all them clowns on it. Really, they're all weird. It was a weird show.
Yeah, if you
If
looking
you
back,
think about
probably.
clowns are weird, man.
Yeah.
I've never been one of the people that are scared of them. But you ever talk to people, like some people are petrified, dude. Like you pull up a picture of a clown, some people will just freak out.
Well, John Wayne Gacy, man,
Yeah,
he was
maybe
he was a clown.
I know.
He won like Citizen of the Year in Chicago one year.
Dude.
He had people under his house.
How did that even happen? Because he had, that cat had been convicted and arrested and spent time in prison. Yeah. And then they still made him like this community leader. And he was just, dude, he was a demon. He was literally, dude, it was like 38 or that were buried under his house. And there's several that he threw in the Potomac or wherever, the Potomac or whatever. Yeah. Whatever the river is in Chicago. Is that the Potomac? No. Where's that at? That's New Jersey or New York or something?
I think that's Delaware, maybe.
Well, I'm way off.
I don't know. We say so much stuff where I think we're factually inaccurate, but we just go with it like it's so. I think it's Delaware.
The one with George Washington.
I'm pretty sure it's Delaware.
Is that the Potomac?
I think it is. Dude, probably not.
I thought George Washington was maybe it was.
People watch this and go, these guys are
it's coming right up. George Washington had a strong connection to the Potomac River. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
man.
Baby.
Yes, Delaware. You got it.
Yeah, man.
So what was the river in Chicago? What's the river in Chicago?
I don't know, but they turn it green for St. Patrick's Day.
The river in Chicago?
Yeah.
Is that the one that he threw the bodies in?
Maybe.
The Chicago River.
Well, man, what a stretch. Who would have thought?
Man, that don't sound right. That don't sound like it's it to me. I got to think though, man. I know he was kind of a big guy and all that, but man, even as a young dude, it would have been a tall task to. I don't know. How do you get tricked by a grown man to put on handcuffs like that? He would trick him into putting them on.
Yeah,
and he'd be like, "I got you." If some old man was like, put these handcuffs on, I'd be like, you are out of your mind. Are you kidding me? And one dude fought him off and whooped him.
He survived?
Yeah, he was like a high school wrestler.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep. And he did something. He was able to.
Is that how he got caught?
To whack him. I kind of think he didn't. I think he was embarrassed, and so he didn't say. I think most of the young men were there somewhat on a volunteer basis.
Okay, so then the handcuffs didn't seem.
Yeah. And then he would do it, and then he used a garrote, or what is that? What it's called, a garrote, where you put, put a stick in the cable to twist it around someone's neck.
Yeah,
pretty much if you use a sharp enough thing, and be like the
man. How did
the fake dart passenger?
Oh yeah,
dude.
How did this conversation take a dark turn?
Bozo the Clown.
That's what it. Isn't it weird?
Because you brought up WGN.
Yeah, that's right.
And then that brought up Bozo, and then that brought up Cookie.
And then here we are.
Here we are on John Wayne Gacy.
Wow.
Dude, it's crazy though. That's a crazy part of. That's the whole thing about that episode. That I don't want to get no spoilers to people, but I don't think it really. Anyway, I was just I loved that whole section. The refrigerator.
Yeah.
Dude, it was wild. Did you watch Dexter? Have you watched the newest episode? Oh man, I think we asked him that last week. He had started it or something.
How many have you watched? Oh man, yeah.
Have you ever watched any of the first season? Like any of them? Okay, you just haven't seen the newest one. Okay. Oh man, we got to really producer Rick. We're gonna spoil it for producer.
I know
Rick.
we need to stop talking about it.
Man. But hard week for the.
Yeah,
Gen Xers out there,
man.
I mean, you think about it, dude. That was a big chunk of of anybody born in the early 70s to mid 80s. Mm-hmm. That was a big part of your childhood.
Yeah,
Cosby Show was huge. All of those things were bigger than kind of life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, you think about it. Arguably, Ozzy Osbourne's one of the biggest rock and roll stars ever. Mm-hmm. Arguably, Hulk Hogan's the biggest professional wrestling star ever. Arguably, Theo Huxtable is one of the biggest teenage stars on a show that was probably the most. I bet you the Cosby Show is hard pressed as far as how successful it was.
Yeah.
And now people have kind of forgot about it, because of what went on with Bill Cosby. Everybody kind of puts taboo on it, but it was still a fantastic show. It was good. Yeah. See, I wonder what this is going to say. Producer Rick's looking up to 4.6, one of the most positive and entertaining television shows ever. The Cosby Show. Where did it rank among other shows on at the time? Oh, there you go.
It had to be up there pretty high.
25, slightly ahead of Roseanne. So it was above Roseanne. A major television achieving high Nielsen ratings during its run for the 88-89 season. It was the highest rated series with 25.6. So it was, it's not even arguably, it was the biggest show on TV. And he was all them kids were in it a big part. I mean, he always had big part. There was a lot of good episodes. Remember the one where I think it was Claire's birthday or whatever. And so all the kids like sang on the steps. They all did that song on the steps and they did the dance moves or whatever.
Yeah, I do remember that.
Dude, it was a good show, man.
It was
a good show. But now we're just all hooked on like reality TV and stuff. Speaking of reality TV, I got a new hat. You like my new hat?
I do like
It's got Bigfoot on there. Jimmy, what's your thoughts on Bigfoot? Ooh. What do you think about Bigfoot? You think Bigfoot's real? Producer Rick, you believe in Bigfoot? No? What do you think?
I don't really think there is a Bigfoot.
Why is there so many claims?
I don't know.
Why? So literally if we don't believe in Bigfoot, and I'm not saying I do, but
sounds like you.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying this. If we don't believe Bigfoot's real at all, then we believe a lot of people are crazy or liars.
Yeah.
Right? One of the two. And here's the thing. You watch some of them people talking about it, and you can tell they're just digging, doing what they can. But some of the people really seen something. Whether it was, anybody ever watch the one on Animal Planet?
No.
You didn't watch the one where it was called like Finding Bigfoot?
No, I guess maybe that's why I've discounted it really quickly because I never watched any of those.
Dude, there was this big dude, and it was just always, as soon as he was on there on the Finding Bigfoot, he would be like, well, let's see if they'll answer. Oh! And he would just let out this yell, dude.
Let me ask you this. Is Bigfoot and Sasquatch, are those
same
same thing?
Same thing.
Okay.
Bigfoot, Sasquatch, Yeti, the Kentucky whatever, they're all the same thing, I think. Yeti's just a white version that's in the snow.
Is Bigfoot like one guy, or is this a...
No, it's a species. Because they talk about families of them, and they talk about juveniles, and they talk about... And there are weird things that happen in the woods, like, man, like, things that get places that it doesn't look like there's been any...
How are these things so elusive? With all the technology that we have,
so that's my
and as
biggest
big
thing.
As they are, how are they so elusive?
That's my biggest reason to say if I doubt, it's because by now how have we not found at least a body?
Yeah,
there's no way, and so I don't want to say that I totally discount it because you just never know what's out there.
I don't know, but I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I think if there was one out there, I think that we would have found. What gets me, maybe they could be elusive alive, but I think we would find the bodies unless they're so intelligent that they bury their dead, right? That they do something where they hide their, whatever they do. How smart are they? Do they cremate them? Do they bury them? Do they stick, what do they do with them? Because, I mean, how much, especially in all of these things, mainly in the U.S., are the ones that we obviously hear about. So, how much of the U.S. forest land and stuff is actually untapped? Like where nobody's been, I mean? To where nobody's been there, to where it's untapped land. Like most of the areas in the United States, even big forest lands have been, like how have we not found a body?
Yeah. Well, we've found dinosaur bones. A lot of them.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
But no Bigfoot bones.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, you're right. So that's probably the main reason for, I would say, not to believe is the fact that we haven't found a body.
And so, what do they eat? Where do they live? Where they live in the woods, right? What kind of shelter do they live in? Caves? Do they have structures? Do they just sleep on the ground?
That's what I think. Nobody knows. The funny thing is that these guys so there's this guy named Matt something, and dude, he's got all these letters behind his name. Like he's a Bigfoot expert. Like how are you an expert on something we've never seen or known or didn't even know if it's real, right? But anyway, that's what this guy does. I don't know. I don't think they're very clear on where they live, and they don't say that, maybe holes or caves or whatever. But eating wise, they say they always live where there's a lot of deer. They eat deer.
Okay.
They always live where there's a lot of like mussels, even in lakes and freshwater. There's a bunch of like mussels, and that's the kind of stuff that they eat. But they're definitely carnivorous, and I think they're supposedly omnivores, right? They eat meat and that. But here's the thing: is like most primates are, even like gorillas. Like gorillas don't eat meat. Gorillas are vegetarian.
Mm-hmm.
Now, like chimpanzees eat meat, but chimpanzees are psychos.
Yeah.
Dude, if there's one animal serial killer, it's chimpanzees. They will literally, they will get mad at one member of like their society, and they will murder them. Like it's crazy.
Do you remember that lady who got her face chewed off by her pet chimpanzees?
But why do you have a pet chimpanzee?
I don't know. They're cool. I would like to have one.
Did you hear the story where the one dude had a pet chimpanzee,
cool.
but he had to get rid of it, so he gave it to this place, and then it was like so this dude had a pet chimpanzee.
Uh-huh.
I think this is the story, and whatever happened, he couldn't take care of it, whatever, so he had to surrender it to this place, where there was a bunch of chimpanzees,
right?
But I guess every year at this chimpanzee's birthday,
he'd go visit.
He would go give him a cake, and the other chimpanzees caught on to it, and they were ready for him the next birthday, and they like ambushed him and killed this dude.
Man.
Yeah,
killed the guy.
Yeah, because he gave them that one chimpanzee cake, and he didn't get none of the rest of them.
Oh, wow.
They like you have to look up. Chimp kills man over birthday cake. I swear this is a real story. This one's going to what's it called? Justify me. Because this is a real story.
Crazy.
Chimp kills man over birthday cake. Yeah. Or maybe he lived. Look at him if he did.
Well, I think that's the one I was talking about.
St. James David. They brought him a birthday cake and received the big name. I don't know if that's it. Yeah, he adopted a chimpanzee named Mo, and after his birth, he killed his mother, leaving him an orphan. St. James.
So what's the attack say? Let's go down to the attack.
Yeah, go down to the attack. Scroll down.
Let's see. So they regularly visited the animal sanctuary. They brought him a birthday cake. They were seated at a picnic table next to his enclosure. They brought toys and
candy,
bunch of other stuff.
Hard chocolate milk, and raspberry-filled
Mo
sheet cake.
clapped with his hands of joy when he saw them. And then, when she went to go cut a second piece, she noticed another chimp had gotten out of its cage, rushed up to her and bit her thumb off.
Yeah, dude. They attacked these people over a birthday cake. Tell me chimpanzees aren't crazy.
Oh, what happened to that? Somebody shot somebody.
Who'd they shoot?
Well, hold on. I don't know.
Was it the chimps?
So where did I see it? Where did I see it? Man, there's a lot to unpack here.
Yeah, it's a big long story. St. James suffered a stroke and died. So he died eventually from the injuries that he received in this birthday cake chimpanzee attack. But look at that, dude. Look how bad they messed their faces up.
Maybe I don't want a chimpanzee.
No, you don't want a chimpanzee.
Mikey wants a silverback.
Yeah, that's what he keeps saying.
I honestly think you'd be safer with a silverback.
You might, yeah.
I think that the silverback could do more damage, one silverback than one chimpanzee, but a chimpanzee can do plenty. You don't you can't, like people say, oh, they're little, I'll fight them. You can't fight a chimpanzee. They're like 6 times stronger than a strong man. Yeah. And not only that, they can hang from their feet from a piece of dental floss. They can do. They're so athletic. And if you watch them, dude, if you ever watch any of the ones that are like, they're specials that they've done, and they are, they look at the communal side of like chimpanzees. And if you ever watch them attack like monkeys, it's gruesome, dude. Like the monkeys will still be alive. They'll be little monkeys, and they'll grab and just start breaking them in half and
slinging them
like,
around.
Dude, it's like, whoa. And the monkeys are sitting there crying. And then eventually, like I said, if they get mad at another chimpanzee, they will all beat that chimpanzee to death. They will, they will murder them. very much a society. There's very much a leader. There's very much,
Right.
a pecking order. And dude, if one chimp crosses the wrong chimp or the group, dude, they're either going to get beat down and excommunicated from the community, or they'll kill them. Yeah. And they try their best to follow them, but they're so aggressive. They even have a hard time following them from a distance to film it because, people always see them. We see them and we think they're, we think they're friendly because we see them in movies and stuff like that. But they're the most savage animal there is, dude. They are savage. I can't think of another animal that like I think they kill and murder for fun.
Wow.
Some people say some other animals do, but I know they do. I seen a video, I don't know, I think it was today, that said chupacabra caught on film, and they had I don't know what it was, what they put together, man, but they had this little animal running and with this big face on it, and I was like, oh my gosh, man. It's like, what is a chupacabra? But I don't know. But anyway, man, definitely a big crazy week for the Gen Xers, losing the three very influential people in our lives. But man, just kind of wanted to talk and remember those guys. And I know we kind of went in some other directions. And but let me just do this. We've been doing this. This podcast is for everybody. I mean, the DeTalented Podcast are conversations that you never knew you needed to be a part of. But once you hear them, you realize that you do.
You didn't know you needed it.
And so, but one thing that we're doing, man, is we are in the Evansville, Indiana area. And so we're doing a series with community leaders. And so we've had 2 police chiefs on so far. Man, I'm happy to announce that we are going to be having the former longtime mayor of Evansville, Lloyd Winnicky, is going to be joining us in the next couple of weeks. And also the Vanderburgh County Sheriff, Noah Robinson, is going to be joining us. So super excited to see that. So if you're local, make sure that you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you like the video. Make sure you turn on that notification bell, because that way you will never miss any of these amazing. How upset would you be if you found out you missed an episode of the DeTalented Podcast, Jimmy?
I'd say heartbroken.
It would be awful. Yeah. And so you can avoid that if you just hit the little bell and subscribe, and that way you get every single one of them, man.
It seems really easy.
It does seem easy. And the cost has come down so much.
What is it now?
It's free.
Wow.
Can you imagine this kind of entertainment for free? People are probably saying,
can you imagine if you had to pay for it?
Can you imagine if it wasn't free? That's probably what the comments are going to say. But that's okay.
I think we should encourage people to comment regardance of how they feel.
That's
about
right.
The episode.
If you think we suck, comment.
That's okay.
That's absolutely okay. And if you think that we're great, comment that too. Yeah. Those are even better. But definitely, stay tuned. We've definitely got some big things coming as we continue to grow and to move on. Just like normal, I'm going to let Jimmy sign us out. Jimmy, tell everybody bye.
Well, bye.
Rough week.
Yeah. I missed my cue.